Channel 2 Morning Show.
Good morning, boys and girls, and her arm got in there just as the video started. Boy, some people make an art of that. I never got, it's a big time thing. I will tell you this in the radio business. And I never understood it. I never got it, how radio people could do that. I never understood how people couldn't be like, how they could just run it. I would be too jumpy. I would be too full of anxiousness and angst if I couldn't sit down for a good 15, 20, 30 minutes and just kind of chill and relax. And I never understood the whoa and just like getting there right as it started. I don't get it.
I have a reason today. I had to shower this morning instead of last night.
Oh, you had to.
I was really running out of time.
You absolutely had to.
Yeah.
There was no way you could have done it any other way.
I didn't want them to smell me through the screen.
I understand. You couldn't have done it the night before.
No, I was busy.
Exactly. Very busy.
I made it here on time, and that's all that matters.
I don't know. I envy people who can do that. I can't. I cannot.
If you think my morning wasn't full of anxiety, you're wrong.
Yeah, but
I'm here, so.
You're a woman. That's just kind of a normal thing. Just kind of racked with anxiety.
Actually.
Women are chihuahuas in a rainstorm.
No.
Because they live in a world full of physical threats. They live in a world where they're constantly hunted and abused and beaten. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about my dream world. Sorry. Welcome to the show. I am a strawberry lemonade Celsius down this morning.
That explains a lot.
We're going to have a great time.
You're being quite a shit.
It's going to be a busy day today. It's Rumble Link Friday. If you don't know about Rumble Link Fridays, they are quickly becoming our most popular days. Anyone who contributes to this program, $5 and over, and puts a link with it. If you do it on PayPal or Venmo, though, make sure you put your link in the chat and just let us know to check that, because they're not clickable.
Yes.
On those platforms. But 3:35 is the goal today. We're probably not going to bring it up much this morning, as Rumble Link Friday tends to go very, very fast. We're going to hang out with YouTube for about 10 minutes or so, catch up with you guys in the chat. But people every week are kind of more and more trained to head over to Rumble.
Yeah, I like that.
On Fridays. The YouTube audience is smaller and smaller for that first 10 or 15 minutes, meaning people have kind of figured it out. So we'll catch up with you guys. Again, All You Can Eat Negro says you could copy and paste, dummy. Okay. I think that's Michael B. I think Michael B is having a weird day. I don't know if he's been drinking already early in the morning, but he was chatting before the show started, and he's very odd.
That's why you like being down here early.
Yeah, I get to see what everyone, the condition everyone's in. Bigot on socialist media informed me that he's been drinking bourbon and Coke. You're supposed to snort it, not drink it. But you got All You Can Eat Negro, a.k.a. Michael B. He's been kind of weirdly combative this morning, but weirdly combative in a way that he thinks is playful.
I thought he's always that way.
I know, but a way I find just kind of overbearing.
Okay.
Like there's sometimes people are combative and, it's just we're having fun. And then there's sometimes people are combative in a way where you get the vibe from them where they're like, just because you host a show doesn't mean I have to be impressed with you. It's like, bro, that's not what I'm going for. I just thought we would have a good time. And they're like, yeah, well, fuck you. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh no, just felt like I had to establish my territory and enforce it. It's like, just calm down, have a good time. It's Rumble Link Friday. Citizen M says starring Aaron Imholt and April immediately dropping the ball. Oh, couldn't read that right. Oh. Circumference K, Sir K, says the disrespect of not wanting to be on time. It's a joke. Please don't get upset. Rusty Grammar.
I was on time today.
Rusty Grammar says Friday the 13th in October with a new moon. Oh, Friday the 13th. I don't get into the superstition stuff, so I did not realize it was Friday the 13th today, but apparently we're all going to die.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that yesterday.
I hope everyone's all right, but, we're going to lose a couple, I think. Bird Collector says, Aaron, you have your son's shirt on again. No, look, an adult can wear a Hulkamania t-shirt. It's a relic from their childhood. It's
their yellows match.
It's lovely. The red. If you can't wear the red and yellow, you can't be a real man.
You love that shirt so much, you have it in two different colors.
I have yellow and red and yellow. Absolutely. Chevy fan says, I got a good link, boys. All right, you know this. $5 and up on Friday. We get your links, we play them, and we knock out our goal that way. Bigot on Socialist Media says, I stunk up some links about 3 weeks ago. Mental notes, less Aussie links. Yeah, it kind of becomes a personal challenge for some people. They're like, last week I saved up my money. I sent a bunch of links in on Friday. They didn't get liked very much.
Sure. So how can I do better?
Yeah, this week I'm going to try a little harder. Oh, I also forgot. It may be Friday the 13th. It's also Global Jihad Day. Did you know about this? Hey, have you seen this, folks? Have you heard about this?
No.
It's Global Jihad Day. Hamas announced it. Friday is Global Jihad Day. Not just jihad here, not just jihad there. Jihad all everywhere. Over the place. So wage your own jihad today. Mine personally will be against carbs. How about yours?
Probably cookies for me.
You gotta wage a holy war against something. Trampling at the zoo says Ape looks great in her Goodwill sweater. Proof you don't need fancy clothes to look pretty. Is that your Goodwill sweater?
No.
No?
It's an Express sweater I got for $6 from Plato's. I mean, it's basically could be a Goodwill sweater, I guess.
Get it right, guys.
Other secondhand store.
Fuck. A different secondhand store.
Different one.
What are you talking
Probably
about?
costs twice as much as Goodwill.
Busy day today. We have a lot to talk about. I didn't really care that much, and I still don't think I'm going to get the actual fight, but I am a little intrigued by Dylan Dennis, Logan Paul. And I'll tell you why I'm intrigued by it, because I've been watching internet reactions of it, and I think the internet is so, enthralled with hating Logan Paul that they mistakenly made a hero of this Dylan Dennis guy when this guy is a complete douche.
It's douche personified.
Dude, Dylan Dennis is one of the biggest douchebags who's ever been out in public. If you're a Dylan Dennis guy, you got to check yourself. I think these are good times to test the internet to see if they're ready for the real world. And the videos and stuff that I've been watching on this fight by some of these YouTube creators and stuff like that, you're like,
sure.
Oh, you're just a drama parasite. You're gross. You don't really do anything. Because they're like, oh, Dylan, I like Dylan Dennis. Can't wait till he beats Logan Paul. Dylan Dennis is owning Logan Paul. And I'm like, maybe it's the boxer in me where I'm like, dude, I got bad news for you. There ain't no owning someone before a fight. Hey, you know what? Conor McGregor owned Floyd Mayweather in the lead up to their fight.
Is the owning supposed to be the stuff about his fiance?
Yeah.
Because that's pretty...
They think that's a good thing.
So if you believe troll behavior is winning...
Yeah. First of all, that's going to make sure that he makes no money from this fight because he's going to have to pay out lawsuits.
Correct.
And number two, he's going to get himself hurt in the ring. Because now Logan, instead of winning a boxing match, wants to destroy this guy. And no offense to jiu-jitsu practitioners. You guys can't box. Just hey, boxers... Don't even bother with Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Don't try. It takes forever to learn and get good at. It takes people years. It's not like when you're in karate and you're 9 and you're like, I'm a blue belt. You know, you just move up real quick. Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you actually have to earn your belts. And it takes years to move up to, you know, just like a blue belt or whatever. So Dylan Dennis is just ensuring that he's going to get his ass kicked. And it's fun to watch people who don't understand MMA or don't understand boxing watch like the lead up to a fight and think it's a joke. They're like, oh, Dylan Dennis is owning Logan Paul. He's just turning himself broke and getting his ass kicked. That's all he's doing. Like I said, Conor McGregor owned Floyd Mayweather in the run-up to their fight. He just got his ass kicked. That's all it was.
It's not going to matter after the fact.
Mike Tyson owned Lennox Lewis in the lead up to their fight. You know, I want it hot. I want to eat its children. Lennox Lewis dished out one of the worst one-sided beatings in global fight history against Mike Tyson. I know because I'm a dork and I just went back and rewatched it recently. And I remember when I watched Lewis Tyson first, I was like, oh, Mike won the first round and he looked pretty good. Mike got his ass kicked from start to finish. I don't know. Maybe I was a kid and I loved Mike Tyson so much.
Likely.
But Lennox Lewis fucked Mike up bad. Ended him. It was over after that. But anyway, I've kind of, as I've been watching it, I'm like, I started to feel pity for like internet people again, because I'm like, oh my God, you guys have made Dylan Dennis your hero. Could you get gayer and lamer and more single?
Oh, yeah, right. It screams musty basement computer alone.
It's oh man. But as far as the Logan Paul Dylan Dennis fight, I'm also intrigued about KNSI and Tommy Fury. I think Tommy Fury is coming out of these influencer boxing fights looking great. He gets high profile fights that pay him a lot of money, gets to pad his record with wins that people think are difficult. Because again, they're influencer fans. They're not boxing fans. They don't understand that a lot of the tomato cans that Tommy Fury's fought could probably beat or at least be competitive with Jake Paul and KSI. Because there's a big difference between, wow, these guys are really good for influencers and a professional prize fighter.
For them.
Yeah, there's a big yeah, exactly. And I think that the KSI Tommy Fury fight will be interesting because if KSI can just make it competitive, then we get a KSI Jake Paul fight. And that's where I think those guys belong, is in that world. You know, Jake Paul can dip his toe in. If he wants to become a professional fighter, he can start at the bottom with the tomato cans like everyone else.
I kind of like the influencers staying together.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like them mixing with the real ones.
No, don't mix with real fighters. You know, at one point he was talking about, oh, I could fight Canelo. To quote Dana White when he was talking about Kamaru Usman. I watched Canelo fight. He don't want to fight Canelo.
No, I don't think anybody does.
Who was it? Was it after Usman knocked out Masvidal? They asked they asked Dana White. They're like, "Oh, Usman says he wants to fight Canelo," and Dana White was like, "He don't want to fight Canelo."
That might have been the fight.
He doesn't want to fight that guy.
Who's Canelo got coming up next? Who's he looking forward to?
He just won. I believe Canelo just beat Jermell Charlo, so he's got his pick of the litter next. He fight whoever he wants. Let's go ahead and catch up with YouTube, and then we'll say goodbye to them. Citizen M says, I save my hero worship for only those who deserve it. Looking at you, Mark Harley. Is that still a thing?
I hope not.
I hope that's not still a thing. In fact, I hope that the Brendan Schaub stuff in general isn't a thing. That's another nerdy one that turned gay. It's like, guys, we got it. All right? He's not very funny and you don't like him. We don't need to keep making the same video 9,000 times.
Unique stays up on him.
I know, but Unique's kind of the guy. Unique gets a pass because Unique got sued and he's got like a personal angle.
Yeah, I don't know. I follow Schaub. I follow his wife. Seems like they're living a pretty great life together and having a lot of fun.
I think that bothers people too, though.
I think it does. For as many times as we sit and shit all over him too, like previously, I mean, I still follow him and be like, look, those guys are doing life pretty well.
Well, that's why I found out I can't do drama YouTube, because I always thought like you were being honest and you were analyzing people and breaking stuff down. And then I had to learn that, oh no, it's all fraudulent. It's all fake. These people are just going for clout and clicks. Whereas I was like, oh, I thought we were watching these people and like critiquing and making jokes. And it's like, no, this is like a parasitic relationship.
He has like an
where they're feeding off the person.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't do that. I don't like that.
No. And he has an ultra hot wife, so just another reason for losers to hate him.
Yeah.
You know.
Arctic Wolf says, Aaron, did you guys talk about the ISOM thing? That church guy is the most creepy guy I've seen in months. Fill me in. I don't know anything about it. But if it's interesting, I'll check it out. Veldrain says Mark Zuckerberg is still learning how to control his sticky gecko lizard hands during his matches. Yeah, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg's been doing jiu-jitsu for a couple of years now, and he still looks like an amateur. Jiu-jitsu is fucking hard, man. Just like boxing is fucking hard. And if a boxer fights a jiu-jitsu guy and anything jiu-jitsu related, they're going to get hurt. If a jiu-jitsu guy goes to fight a boxer and anything boxing related, they're going to get hurt.
They called that fight off, didn't they?
Which one?
The Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg.
They're not doing that. I think Zuckerberg was more about it than Musk was. I don't think Elon was as about it. I'm sure he was
just because he does jiu-jitsu.
Pig Riser says Mike Tyson had some extremely depressing defeats. Yeah, he did. Danny Williams for one. I was at the Danny Williams fight. I covered it. I was writing for this is how bad in bad a shape boxing was back in the mid 2000s. I was writing for a boxing website while I was in high school, and they actually sent me to go cover that fight. A 17-year-old. That's how in the doldrums, because it was like after Roy Jones Jr., but before Floyd Mayweather was a big name. So you really had like getting old Oscar De La Hoya, and that's it. And then Mike in 2003 said, I'm coming back. Jay Leno. And people were like, yeah, Mike's back. And Mike was old, and he was just doing it for money. Citizen M says Mark Harley is slated for Marvel Phase 6. Oh, see, I didn't know that.
He looks like he should be a douchey Marvel villain.
Mark
Harley?
That
actually isn't far off for me.
You could just call him the Harley. And there he is. You got your villain. Perfect.
Great.
Johnny 1.0 says, how many different Hulkamania shirts do you own? 2, not that it's any of your fucking business. No.
And you have the socks.
Yeah.
Was it Max or myself bought you socks to go with your shirt?
I think it was Max
I think it was him.
Not a Fed says, but Logan is a bigger douche. Bro, not even close. Not even close. Logan is not a bigger douche than Dylan. Dylan Dennis is one of the most embarrassing people I've ever seen. And that's just when you get to the haircut. Then there's the personality part, which brings him. Dylan Dennis's haircut is douchier than anything Logan Paul's done. And I was thinking about this because I was watching stuff in the cover up to the fight, and people still bring up the Suicide Forest thing.
Yep.
Am I the only one who didn't care when that happened?
I remember you covering that on the radio briefly. Somebody brought it up. And
yeah.
I couldn't care less, I guess. Like, big deal.
Yeah. I was like, I don't really give a shit. I don't. So he filmed a guy who killed himself. Sounds like the dead guy's problem.
That was my take too. It smelled like Logan put the guy there.
Logan didn't. I don't know.
He was just more like, look at this.
Yeah, were people confused? Did they think Logan Paul hanged a guy?
I think so.
Because he didn't. Logan Paul hanged nobody. Logan Paul just filmed the guy who had already done himself in.
He just came upon him.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think he did. He didn't jack off on him.
Wave on wave.
Jizz on. Yeah. Came upon him waving us. And then people got all upset. And I think people got upset because they wanted to be upset. I think if we would, God, man, could you imagine? I know it would have its goods and its bads, but could you imagine if we could just be a legitimately honest society instead of being one that reacts the way we think people would like us to react? Like
sure, stop being people pleasers in any form.
Like if you took a poll, where you want me to take it? If you took a poll of the Suicide Forest thing from years ago, and you asked people, and they were full of truth serum and they couldn't lie. Mm-hmm. And you said, should Logan Paul be punished for this, and are you upset? 90% of people would go, I don't give a shit. It's fine that he did that. Let him do it. If people don't like him, they can stop watching him.
People love something to be upset about, though, for some reason. So they're like, oh, how insensitive. You're going to film this dead person.
Right. And the Suicide Forest thing gives people a chance to really look noble.
Yeah.
Without doing anything. They're like, oh, look, I didn't make myself a better person, but I pointed out that I think that guy's bad. I honestly don't care if you film dead people in a forest all fucking day and put it on YouTube. I don't give a shit.
That is every outrage mob ever, though. Like, these people have literally nothing going for them. So if they can prop themselves up at the expense of somebody else. I mean, you had a whole mob do it to you.
Yeah, and I was like,
Those people aren't better for what they did to you.
yeah.
Never
That lady
will
and I were going back and forth on the radio. If I had done that same thing to a guy, nobody would have given a shit.
be. Now that TikTok bitch, Tori, the Nike swoosh brows chick, who did that to you, clipped you up and stuff. Yeah, she does not give a shit.
And now look what she did to me. Now I hate black people. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I was only kidding. Welcome to Rumble Friday. I've already had a Celsius. Mick Marshall says Logan is a cryptocurrency scamming thief. You know what? If you thought you were going to get rich quick on crypto. Cricket
Wireless.
I don't know. You were, like any scam, you have to be someone who is scammable in order for a scam to work. There have to be suckers in order for a scam to work, and there's lots of suckers.
How about that Dogecoin?
Dude, if I would have gotten in and out on that, like 50 grand, if I was doing what I said I wanted to do.
No shit. If you had just done everything that you mentioned you should.
It was $1,000 when it was at like less than a penny. And then it was at 5 cents. And I was going to do $1,000. And it got to, I said I was going to get out at 25. No, that would have only been 5,000. No, it was $1. It was $1 and it went to 50 cents. And I was going to put $1,000 in.
I thought it went down to 25 cents.
No, it got up to like 60 or 70 at one point. But I said, I'll get out. Like, let's say I put 1,000 in now when it's under $1 and I pull it out at 50. And it got to like 60 or so.
Yeah, whatever it was, you were about to be rich if you had just done it.
Not rich. I would have made a
briefly.
Nice... Would have paid off the cars.
Would have been great.
That's about it.
Wouldn't that be nice? Have that extra money every month, Aaron.
Be lovely. I would appreciate. Believe me, I'm counting down the months. I'm like, look, I'm gonna get a big raise pretty soon.
How long do you have left on that Tahoe?
I think year and a half.
Ain't bad.
Nah, I'll be okay. Union Jack says the forest is evil and draws people to it to kill themselves, so he spread awareness of the forest. Yeah. Logan's a hero.
Blame the forest.
All right, let's say goodbye to YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. We appreciate all your time and energy. Holy shit, guys, the links are building up over on Rumble. I got to get going. We're going to start Rumble Friday right now.
Thank you.
We've got a lot to talk about. We're going to watch Alex Stein posted a video of him getting ready for his fight. So we're going to check that out.
Yes, sir.
We're going to watch that today. We've got a lot of other stuff to talk about. Based NHL. And we got a guy killing a homeless dude during his shift at a fast food place because he's just fucking had it.
I understand that more than you'd know.
And then for overtime today, Ed and Michelle finally shit on a restaurant they reviewed. So we're going to get out of here, YouTube, and I'm going to start Rumble Link Friday, and then we'll get to all our stories and whatnot. Thank you oh my God, I almost ended the entire stream instead of just YouTube. Sorry, boys and girls.
Bye, YouTube.
All right, bye, YouTube. We will talk to you later, and we'll be using all kinds of naughty words, and I'm sure you'll have a great time. See you later. And you're all a bunch of